After I returned to London on the 28th of July, I realised I hadn't created anything exceptional that was for me personally in nearly 6 months. I knew I wanted to do something bold, and unlike anything I've ever really done before. Later that week, I actually saw a video from a creator called Joseph Garcia, who claimed to have made the world's longest hyperlapse.
So are we gonna do this or what? Oh yeah.
I'm not one to shy away from a challenge, so I saw this as the perfect opportunity and got to planning exactly what I was going to do. So, the idea is set in stone, but the question remains, how am I going to walk through London, non-stop, showing off all of the landmarks, with limited daylight, 2 camera batteries, and only 2 SD cards? So the idea was there, but something a good plan always has is test shots. So I went out the very next day and I went and shot a bunch of test shots based on another hyperlapse that I'd seen a very long time ago from a very cool videographer, producer, photographer called Mike Squires. For a very little while, what Mike was doing was he was using hyperlapses as the basis for his tour photography and tour videography, and I saw these videos about 3 years ago, and they've stuck with me ever since. Now, the most important thing to note about what both Mike and Joseph have done in their hyperlapses is they focused in on one point as the subject and worked around that. At this point in time, that hadn't crossed my mind, apart from when I went out to do the test shots. Nearly 20 days after my initial idea of doing this, I finally went out and I went and shot the entire hyperlapse. And so I had done it. I had walked for 4.85 miles, over 11 hours, shot over 10,000 photos, and I'd gotten home. And once I got home, I loaded them all in for editing and quickly realised that there was one massive problem that I'd somehow overlooked. You see, when I did the trailer for the video, I shot all of those clips separately, and the reason those clips all look so good and so smooth is because they were all focused in on one point and rotated around that point. See, I just wanted to achieve the world's longest hyperlapse, and the one thing that I completely overlooked were corners. Because of the way I was moving through the city streets, it meant that I was turning corners a lot of the time, and it didn't have one point to focus on, which made the final result much, much worse than I expected it to be. So, without further ado, even if it isn't incredible, even if you're not blown away by this, even if it's not the greatest thing on planet Earth, I spent the time, and I made this for me, and I'm proud I did it. I'm really proud of myself. So here it is. The world's longest hyperlapse.
live with everything you stole from me. All the time, all the lies, for some damn money. Trying to darken my sky, but it's still sunny. Round of applause for a crash, tell me, oh honey. You think life about the glitter and gold, materials to cover up the fact you're missing a soul. So impulsive with your living, so you're missing the goal. Lust got a limit, trust really something to hold. See how little I care.